Good morning. This is the Morning Motivation. My name is Thomas Warden. We come in here today as entrepreneurs across the world to bring you some energy, some love, some vibrations, some different words, and some different thought processes that you can bring to yourself to shift your life into a different energy, just like we did, to be able to build you an empire to where you can work for yourself just like we have. Many of us come from organizations that we worked for corporate worlds, and we worked for lawyers and doctors and worked for ourselves and this, that, and the other. And what do? We need to define more within us, so how we can give it to the world, so you can see exactly how you can do something different within your life. But the first place that we had to start was within us. So each morning we get in here to break ourselves down just a little bit, just to make sure that you got up this morning and you went to the mirror and you said, I love you. So if you started your day that way, this is Thankful Thursday. And I am thankful for everything that I have within my life. I am thankful for the clothes on my back, the roof over my head, this Zoom meeting, and all the people in here this morning that has come today to co-create with us to bring more energy back to you, so you can have a kickstart to your day and have fun with the rest of it. Because a lot of people get up with the situations in the morning times and they have the thought processes of, oh, well, me. And then it's, oh, man, this is going to happen today. Oh, that's going to happen today. Oh, I can't accomplish this today. Oh, man, this is going to be stacking up on me today. I know it's coming. Well, we're here to show you how to shift your words and your thought process just a little bit to give a clearer focus on how you can direct your day, give better intention for your day. So when you wake up in the morning, and if you're saying thank you for what you have now, thank you for the things that you're fixing to be able to accomplish today, instead of saying I can't, say thank you that I will be able to accomplish those things today. Now you put a different spin into your mindset, didn't you? At first it was I can't. Now you just spin it over to I will accomplish. So now you'll be able to go out into the day and do those different things that you wanted to do within your life. And then now it just starts to flow a little bit better because you gave it a better intention at the very kickstart of the day. Waking up, knowing the things that you have to do throughout the day and saying thank you for being able to accomplish those things. Thank you for the red lights being in my favor. Thank you for every place that I go today to take care of my errands, that it's all going to flow through and it's all going to be taken care of nice and smoothly. Instead of dwelling on the lack of, we're giving you the thought process of thinking of all the abundance you already have and how well it's going to flow without your life. Now, yes, will you go through situations? Correct. Because what is it doing is making you a stronger person, getting you better in connection for what you need for the next phase of the journey that's coming within your life, and it's making you stronger. So now each day we get in here and we bring these motivations, and we ask you to kickstart your day with a new thought process of saying, I love you first. And when you start doing that on a day-to-day basis, now you're in your bed, you're saying thank you, you have your energies, and all of a sudden that energy is filled up within the room. Now that energy you have right here, and it's like, do a couple more deep breaths saying thank you for the day and everything that's coming. And now you're going to fill up the house, and everything within it is going to be thankful for everything that you have. You are being thankful for everything within there. And now I want you to take it out and put it within your city, so they feel your good energies that you have throughout the day, right? So now you're saying thank you for everything that you have and what you're going to be able to do within your city today. And they know that you're thankful. So now I want you to bring it out to the earth, and everybody in the earth knows that you're happy and thankful, right? So then now, once you get all that in connection, then you're going to bring it out to the universe, and then you're going to look back. And you're going to look back at the earth. And what do most people do when they get in that happy state, when they're here in the universe, and they reach back to go touch the earth, and they put their hands on it? And then all of a sudden they get electrical shock. Then what do? They pull their hands away. Kind of like a 9-volt battery. How many of you took a little 9-volt battery, took the leads and put it on your tongue? And little shock, you jump away, right? Well, when you get in this vibration state of this energy state up here, and you have that, and you know you have the happiness no matter what, and you reach back to some more electricity like Mother Earth, and she shocks you for a second, don't let go. Now interconnect your energy with hers. Now you two are connected. Now I want you to hold your arms out, kind of like holding a big old beach ball, right? Hold your arms out like this. Now put your hands on Mother Earth. Now in this section within here in the middle is your universe, okay? So now you are looking at your universe right here in the middle of you. You're touching Mother Earth because you're now here in the universe, and you're having fun within life. Now, why would you want to come out of that much happiness? Just because of a situation of little electrical shock, a little situation of something that happened throughout the day, and now it's taking your happiness right quick. Don't let the little electrical shocks of happiness take away from the happiness. When you get in that vortex of happiness and you can see your universe and you can see what you're creating and where you're going and where you want to be, and you're looking and holding Mother Earth saying, where are we going? And I'm ready to take this ride, this journey. Now take that energy that you have and don't remove yourself from the happy state. If you get yourself into that happy state, why remove yourself because somebody else's situations? Because you let their power overtake you and you let it drain you. That was a choice that you made when you let somebody else's situations overtake your thoughts and your emotions. Because we can feel other people's emotions. We know what they're going through. We can hear their conversations and their words that they put to themselves, their story that they're saying over and over and over again. Just know that that story can be shifted by a few words that you give to yourself to make them move into a different direction. That's what you do with your life. You're building your universe, your galaxy. Where do you want to see? What do you want to accomplish? We've been down here in the average of the darkness all of our life. You've been living your life and going through this repetitive state of life of get up, you're born, you go to school, you go to college, you go to work. You retire, you die. Simple, right? That's the way they wanted you to happen. They don't want you to be able to be that creator. They don't want you to have that imaginative side because they want you to be their slaves. They want you to build their empires. They don't want you to be that millionaire that you want to be. They want you to stay complacent right where you're at that average state. Everybody within here, I know is not average because we have stepped into a different realm of our life, put a different frequency process and a different energy to what we do on a day-to-day basis to move ourselves into a different elevation. And then when we found out how to get here, we found out we don't have to come off. All we have to do is give good words to everyone else to bring y'all up to our elevation, to bring your thought process up to that elevation, because you are the one that has to bring it up there, not me. All I can do is give you the guidance and the assistance of what we have done to move our life and our energies. Now it's a choice that you will make to move your life in a different direction if you choose. But many like to dwell right where they're at because it's the same story that they've heard from themselves over and over and over, but yet that they don't know that they can tell a different little story because you have the power of the pen. And have fun with it. Because if you're not having fun in life, then what are you doing? What is your true purpose of being here? Just existing as a heartbeat? We have many of those. Don't be a zombie in life. Move your energies into a different state, into a different realm, and move your life into a different way because it's all of something that you want. It's a good day to be a good day. Good day to have a good day. All right, Brother Julio, we're going to pass it on to you for a second. Yeah, go ahead.
I wasn't sure. I'm sorry. There was a tenant who just pulled at me for a second. Thomas, you're always speaking about operating on different frequencies, and I didn't even know much about this when I first got on board with you guys. So to see where I've grown and taking notes and journals of myself and my own journey, I've learned so much, so much. And it's definitely kept me humbled and definitely allowed me to appreciate our community, appreciate these mornings, and it's this morning I was meditating on something and I'm like, man, what am I going to speak about, when I get on the morning Zoom? And it's very simple. It's a very simple message. Being favored. I've realized how favored I am, and I'm not trying to say this from a preachy context, or a biblical context. No, but we are created. We were created, and we co-create every single day, creating our realities, creating our truths or our lies or whatever, and people accept certain things as truths of their lives, and they're not necessarily the truth. That's somebody else's limitations, somebody else's restrictions, and how they operate. And they've accepted that as the truth. So people wake up. Like I've met so many individuals in the last few months, just talking to them, listening to them, because I've learned that, through going to Vegas, I learned, to listen well to people. And they'll tell you their entire life story sometime, and their journey. And there's so many individuals that I've met in the last few weeks, last few months, who they have this defeated mentality. Morning, noon, and night, defeated. why are you feeling so defeated? Why do you feel, overwhelmed? Why do you feel as if you're incapable of attaining something greater? Why do you feel, like you're not a conqueror, as if you're not a co-creator, as if you don't have any power, as if you don't have any authority? The reality is, we've been given authority, and in our co-creating every single day, we have the power to do great things. We have the power to speak great things. We have the power to manifest great things, but people don't believe it. So they walk around with exactly what you were referring to as a woe is me mentality. Instead of receiving that blessing, instead of receiving that power, that authority, that ownership of their own day, of their own lives, of their own emotions. Too many people operate off of that wavelength, the negative wavelength that you were referencing, Thomas, that, or that I'm speaking about in general, just, as if they're not able to do something great within themselves, as if there's not more out there when there's so much more. You guys have shown me that, and I've been in the church for a long time. Now, I was receiving certain aspects, and I've been serving the Lord since I was 18. I'm 36 years old now, about to be 37. I've learned a lot of stuff spiritually speaking, but in the last 8 months, a lot of those things that I learned before, now they've connected with things that I've learned in the last 8 months. And now it's kind of like putting puzzle pieces together, as if I had somebody gave me 1,000 piece puzzle to put together, and I just couldn't do it. But now I have the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, the victory, and of course, the favor in my day, the favor in my walk, the favor in how I carry myself, the favor in how I speak to people. The word says that I'm blessed going out and I'm blessed coming in, that he'll bless the work of my hands. I am his created. So, he's the potter and I'm the clay. And in that context, I'm only just starting to, and I haven't even, hit the tip of it yet. That's how I look at it. This is just me discovering something new within myself. And in that, I'm helping others discover stuff within themselves that they don't even realize. So I'm only just beginning to realize my potential, only just beginning to realize what could come about in my life, what could come about in my day, and how I can impact others to do the same. But if I could leave you guys with anything this morning, is realize that you're favored, realize that you're blessed, realize that the only thing stopping you from achieving anything is you. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, is what my God says, is what the word says, but too many people don't accept that. They don't receive that. It's like, that's just a biblical whatever, or that's just, this is something that I've learned. And it's weird because so many, not weird, but it's a poor choice of words. And practicing aspects of the magic, and practicing the gratitude, and practicing aspects of the secret, and learning what the law of attraction is, it is revolutionizing my life. So I feel like I have an obligation to tell my fellow man, an obligation to tell people, like, look, you don't have to live in that bondage. You don't have to operate and live in limitations anymore. The only thing stopping you is you. The enemy is beneath your feet. He is less than you and what you created. The word says we're higher than the angels. The angels wish that was us. That's how I look at it. So I receive that favor. You ask us every morning, Thomas, are you ready to receive? I'm ready to receive a message, and I'm ready to receive his will. I'm ready to receive my blessings. I'm ready to receive anything and everything that was already predestined for me to walk in. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to receive greatness. I'm ready to take my life to another level, to take my family to another level, to take people to another level. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm operating. That's the frequency that I'm at right now. And to bring somebody on board with that is one of the greatest gifts I have, that I've received, and the greatest gift that I can give to somebody else.
The best.
Bless you guys, man. Love you.
Bless you very much. So very powerful on that energy. And guys, if you don't know it, he's blessed every day because he is moving his family in a different direction. He is already receiving and moving on a day-to-day basis, because why? He gets up with that energy every day of saying, I'm ready to receive first thing in the morning. And he said, I'm ready to receive when he gets to bed. And then every day when he gets up, he receives all day long. And so do you. There's many blessings that you get to enjoy within this life, to get to be able to wake up and have the eyes, the ears, the hands to be able to touch, to hold the baby, to throw the ball with the kids. Blessed in many measures, abundant, many measures. So just enjoy every shape, form, or fashion of what you have now, and then watch the rest of it flow together in a harmony that you could never even fathom, because you have been putting too many negatives and roadblocks up all these years. Now, start stepping over those roadblocks like you're a track athlete running the hurdles. You're just jumping over. Let's go. There goes the next one. Oh, here comes another. Guess what? You've just leaped over all the situations and hurdles that was going throughout the day, and you did it with happiness and a smile on your face. And you got a little exercise doing it, jumping the hurdles.
Those are only detours and distractions, Thomas. That's all.
That's it.
They seek. There's so many things that are out there. They seek to detour us and hinder us, and people, they get sidetracked and forget, how they were supposed to operate in the first place.
That's it. Go ahead, Miss Jen.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the party, all the new fish in here. It's funny. I was talking to Jeff actually like yesterday and today, and I was telling him about our little group that we set up for all the mindset stuff, and he was telling me what he's creating, and that's really what it is creating, right? And I mean, I could take this whole Zoom and just talk about all these like manifestations and basically alignment, right? When you set yourself up for certain things, you just kind of watch everything align. And what Julio said was like spot on. And the fact that like you have to tell everybody about this, it's like literally when you start getting the wheel in motion, I could feel this ball of like, I don't know what the hell it was, like emotion or ball of like motivation just pushing me. And I'm like, oh yeah, there it is. And I'm not slowing down. It's just keep going and going and going. Right. So yeah, in this, I guess, long story short, just always be thinking in creating mode, because we are literally creating and paving the path for whatever we want. We're laying the bricks and the foundation and putting the concrete down to have exactly the life that we desire. It's just a matter if you want to like start building, or if you're just going to like stay where you are.
That's right. Brother Patrick, I see you got your hand up.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. One thing, Jen kind of stole my what I was trying to say, but not stole it, but she's beat me to it, as we say. I look at all the faces on here, and one thing that I'm coming up on is my 1 year where I really kind of dove into this whole change of life and lifestyle change and mindset. And so I'm kind of gathering together, I guess, my defining moments, and I've been doing a lot more reading recently. And I look at the faces here, young and old. I think maybe JJ's got me beat, but I feel like an old timer. But I'm seeing defining moments, not just on a daily basis, but the growth I've made with the way you deal with people. And Julio always talks about that. Thomas, you do too, on perspective. And I've learned a bit I guess I don't, I used to always be a person that reacted without thinking first. And I find myself really reserved and stepped back, and I listen to people. And Julio said that a lot. You spend more time listening now. And it really kind of, I guess that's part of your growth. And with all of us, I'm sitting here looking at a book that I've been reading by Dr. Phil, and it talks about that. And we look back and how have you learned from what you, the different times in your life. And as I'm growing into an older version of myself, which I feel is younger by all means, because every day I wake up, I feel like, gosh, man, I wish I'd have known about this when I was 15 or 18, because look where I'd be now. And the sky's the limit, and it's all about perspective, and that's one thing I love about Julio. He always brings that right to the front, and Thomas, you do as well. Perspective. Every day you wake up, give thanks, be grateful, and show love, and that's what I get out of it. And when the first thing I got up this morning, First thing I see, Thomas has got the rain coming down. Thank Mother Nature. It's Thankful Thursday. Well, every single day is thankful, great, and I'm so grateful. And I love listening to all you guys and the growth we're all making together. It's a great community to be a part of. And coming up on my 1 year, and this is important. So I'll be done with all that. I love you so much, everybody.
Love and appreciate you, brother, and thank you for coming out. Thank you for everything that you do. And like you said, when you were 15, you weren't ready to receive. You had a whole different mindset and a whole different way of life that you had rolling and that was going on. And if you would have received something like this, you would have threw it by the wayside or in the trash can and never moved back towards it. And then when it would have popped up when you were actually ready to receive, you'd been like, oh, I've seen that before. Oh, and you wouldn't have had the right mindset. So we all go through journeys in life to be at the correct point at the right time, at the right place, in the right time, space, reality of that now situation that shifts our energy, because either we let our health get so bad that we have to do something different, or a tragic situation happens within our life. We lose a loved one or something like that, and we want to see how we can do something more, you know? So our career sides, we may get laid off, you know, been there for 5 years. Now you get laid off and what do? You got to do something different. So that's all we're doing, showing people within here is a different way of life. It is a different knowing that there is something more out there that wasn't taught in traditional schools, that wasn't there during our time frames of school, Patrick. You know, this online world was not nowhere near there. We all didn't even have the cell phones back then in high school. You wanted to connect with somebody, you got in a truck and you drove to their house, you know, let's go have a bonfire. Let's all go meet up down by the sandbar, things like that, you know. But what was so funny about that is I had no cell phones at high school. I had no internet, no computer system in high school. But yet I said, I want to have a graduation party for all the seniors in all the surrounding little towns because I lived in a little bitty town, right? I had a graduating class of 55 people. Okay. So it's not a very big school, but yet in the surrounding areas of 50-mile radius, there was a bunch of little schools. So what did we do? I said, I want to have a crawfish boil. Before you know it, we had over 585 people at my house for a barbecue, a crawfish boil on one day. Did I have emails going out? No, it was word of mouth. So we get up each day to tell these stories of what we're going through within our life and the things that we have experienced, to come in here to let you know how we shifted those energies and to learn how to use this social media networking and learn how we have got our life into a different realm to be able to commingle with people across the world right here, right now. People are bringing their stories and their stuff to the paper, to us right here. So yeah, the day of the pagers. Yeah, pagers, flip phones, the cell phone bags, and then it steadily evolved to this computer system you hold in your hand that's not even the size of the palm of your hand. Come on now. Power that you have at your fingertips all day long to be able to connect with people across the world. And it's not just on a, hey, how you doing basis. This is connecting to make friendships, to make bonds, to build businesses. There's so many things that is coming out with this. Learning new trades. Online, you can do that. Yes, people pay professors all day long to listen to them on a Zoom meeting just like this, and you go through some courses to learn something new within your life. Now you got to take that action and go out there and put in some resumes and find a job. What we teach with affiliate marketing, we're going to teach you a skill set that you can work at home, do the things that you want to do on the courses, step-by-step training, all right there. And at the end of it, we're already going to show you how to build a business as well. Wow. There's a lot of new things out here in the world today, guys. A lot of new things that are evolving on a day-to-day basis. And that's what we're doing in here, is bringing this inspiration, this motivation, and showing other people how to do something different within their life. I'm going to open it up to the floor one time before I pass. Go ahead, Brother JJ.
Good morning, kids. Hey, Patrick, I got to tell you something, man. I take some serious offense with that. I'm the youngest person in this joint. I'll tell you that right now. I'm the youngest of all of you. I might be, a little older in my age, but I'll tell you what, I get younger every single day. And being in a place like this is a huge part of that. And And I wanted to bring something up about repetition because, you know, it's been kind of interesting that I've had quite a few people that I've invited to come in here, and I've told them, you know, look, it takes 21 days to create a habit. It just takes one day to break that habit. And I've challenged these people that are, you know, these people all have the same thing that resonates with them all. They've all got ish. They all have, you know, they're making posts about bad things that are happening in their lives, you know, all the doom and gloom and whatever, you know, and that kind of crap. And I encourage them, look, if you want to make a change, you got to make that change right here. And the best place to start the process of making that change is right here. And so I get them the link, I get them the information. I'm going out live every single day on my page. I'm dragging myself out of bed, whether I want to or not. Been doing it now for 4 months or 5 months, whatever it's been. I don't know. Time flies nowadays when you're having fun, right? But the simple fact of the matter is I'll see these people come in here for one day, maybe 2 days, and then the third day they're gone. And, you know, if I were to reach into these people's heads, what they would be saying to me is, oh, you know, the repetition, I've heard it all. I've heard it all. You know, I hear the same thing every day. I come in here and I hear the same crap every day. And, you know, it's just, and my thought process is always, well, repetition is the key, you guys. It's the key to everybody out there listening to this. That's going to be listening to it. Repetition is the key. Michael Jordan didn't learn to push off the way he did without pushing off thousands and thousands of times. He didn't learn how to shoot the ball the way he did without shooting the ball over and over and over again, right, Julio? And, you know, so the thing is so many people have this thought process that once they come in here and they hear this stuff, that's enough. I was there for 2 days. I got everything I need to know. And I'm telling you, kids, that's not how it works. Every time I get pissed off about something, I used to have so much different of a reaction, like that little nut that fell over my shoulder and went into that little hole. 6 months ago, 8 months ago, I would have blown up. And like Thomas says, I probably would have torn the whole kitchen apart. But now, because I've been in here repetitiously over and over and over and over and over again, I can't get mad at anything anymore the way I used to. Do I get mad at things? Yeah, for like a second. But then I see Thomas and I see Julio and I see Ryan and I see Jen and I see Sean and I see Christy and I see Patrick and I see Shannon. I see all you people. And like immediately I gotta shift. I gotta shift that anger to happiness, to know, okay, this is all gonna work out. You know, it's just like the guy that you know, basically he destroyed my truck. As it turns out, I got the information about that yesterday, that my engine is destroyed, the truck is toast. And so, you know, did I get mad? No. I just said, am I mad at him? No. He did what he did. I went and tried to give him some positive information, and he denied my visit in jail and whatever. But the simple fact of the matter is that 6-8 months ago, I would have reacted to this a hell of a lot different than I did. And what I did when I found out my truck is destroyed is I called this Cars for Kids thing and donated it to him.
There you go.
You know, it was a great little truck. It's a bummer that it's gone. It was a lifesaver for not only me, but a bunch of my friends. But the simple fact of the matter is, you guys, is if you really want to change your life, you got to change your thoughts. And the only way you're going to change your thoughts is if you're working on it repetitiously every single day. You can't come in here for 2 days and then leave for 2 days and then come back in for 2 days and expect it to actually do you any good. If you really want it to do you any good, you got to be here. You got to get in here every single day and listen to virtually the same thing over and over and over and over again, because it will start to resonate. And, you know, that's just the way it is. And I had to bring this up just because of the fact that a couple of really dear friends that are really suffering through some issues in their life, you know, they come in here, I'm so happy to see them, and then all of a sudden they're gone. And I just happen to know for a fact that they're not going to get out of the doldrums that they're in if they don't get their butts in here.
Thank
They're
you
going
for
to just,
coming,
you
Sharon.
know, the negative stuff is just going to continue to flow. And, you know, they already know it. I already know it. You know, I already know everything. I don't need it. I don't have
And
anything to learn.
that's the good thing. They already know it, so they don't need to be here anymore. You know, so that's cool. Let them go on and find their journeys and find their happiness where they need to be. We got quite a few more hands, JJ. I'm going to have to pass this off right quick. Awesome with message, though. Yes, guys, repetition. That's why we did this on a day-to-day basis. That's why JJ does the Kong Family Show on a day-to-day basis. Why? Because the repetitious of people seeing that we're here, that we're showing up, and that you can come and grab some of this just as well. Scott, I seen your hand up right quick. Crystal, I'll get to you in just a sec.
Oh yeah, JJ. I mean, who was it? Albert Einstein took 1,001 times to get it right. So I mean, don't worry about the fear or anything like that, guys. I mean, I had a fear and I had a lot of negativity, and people told me that I've changed everything. I love going to the house and stuff like that. There's negativity there, but I go out to the lake or to the ocean or whatever, get away from that. I don't even watch TV no more. But I used to always think until I came on and I found Thomas and Julie and everybody, because they're all very inspiring to me, and even Jen, you know, she's come on here lately, and I've been listening to her a lot and everything, so she's been very inspiring to me also. But there's always think to step out of your fear, and you can always accomplish whatever you have your mind set to, and remember that the word I can't is the word I can. The word impossible means I'm possible, which means you're possible, anything's possible, and you can accomplish anything. And always know that there's a community out here like us that will help you get to your point and everything, and don't have that fear of needing a mentor or a coach. Because if you put two ears together, guys, like two brains, two minds, two unique computers, you know, two is better than one. And if you got many together, is great. And when you got two hearts together, two ears together, if you look at it, it forms a heart. A heart, what does that mean? That means love. The word heart has the word ear inside of it. That means there's somebody out there to listen to each and every one of our stories. So just let it out, man. That's what we got that mouthpiece for. So let it out. Put them ears together. That has that heart. Someone's out there that's going to love. Someone's out there that wants to listen to your story. And like I said, that word, heart, a heart means love. Inside heart has an ear. So always know someone's out there to listen to your story, guys. And I can't is I can. And impossible means I'm possible, which means you can do anything you set your mind to.
Amen. That's what it's all about. Thank you for that right there, guys. Know that you're possible. All right. Miss Crystal, I seen your hand up.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to touch on a little bit of what JJ was saying as well. I worked in the dental field for almost 20 years now, and one of my biggest things is education, because there's a lot of lack of knowledge out there. So here again, we can say, you know, like, we're educating people, we're teaching them, we're retraining their thought pattern. I do that on a daily basis when I get children coming in for checkups and cleanings. Our day and age, we weren't educated as thoroughly on dental care, the importance of it. Overall, you know, it's not just your mouth, it does go, you know, internally. And so just teaching them. And the biggest thing that I really press upon them is persistence and consistency. Just like he was saying, if you only do it once a day, okay, that's great. You're doing it once a day, but consistently once a day, you know. But if you're doing it once a week, you're not going to be benefiting yourself by any means. You know, you're letting the negative, all the food you're consuming every day, day in and day out, it builds and builds and builds. That one day of cleansing yourself is not going to justify those 6 days of buildup. You know what I mean? So like, I really want to, I agree with JJ and really want to press upon people is the consistency of it. 9 times out of 10, when I turn this chat on every morning, I'm still laying in bed, but it's on, it's in the background. I can hear it. I don't normally have my video going because I'm walking around a little indecent and I don't want to show you guys that, but I'm here. I'm listening. And yes, we do talk about some things repetitively, but like you said, we've got new people coming and going so often that consistency is where we need to be at. And I just want to encourage people to keep being consistent. If you can't make it here to the live show, watch the replay and comment replay, just so that we know that you're there. That's one thing that I've been doing. If I miss a video, I will type in the comments replay or rewatching, just so they know I've been present and I am, holding myself accountable as well, what that means. So be persistent, guys, and brush your teeth every day.
Definitely good hygiene, because that's what we want everybody. We don't need the messed up smiles coming out. So yeah, take care of your hygiene, take care of you, smelling good, take care of you, make sure you're looking good, because I look this good every day. Why? Because I get up and spend a little bit of time on myself every morning. Are you getting up and spending a little time with yourself in the morning? Are you going to that mirror and saying, you look good, you're awesome, handsome man today, very powerful. Let's get out here and rock out these meetings today and have a good day and spread some love and energy. So I give myself this same boost talk before I even get into here. Why? Because I need it just as well. These meetings every morning, I need these to kickstart my days, to make sure that I am on the right foot and the right track and the right energy vibration that I need to be in. So that's what y'all need to do as well. Get yourself into a correct alignment with you first. That's all we're asking you. We didn't ask you to go out and get alignment with anybody else, to do anything for anybody else but you. I love these meetings like that. All right, we're going to pass this on to Brother Ryan. He is here this morning. Before you go, Ryan, Jen just raised her hand. Hang on one sec. Go ahead, Jen.
Okay, really quick. One thing too, is just to reflect on what we were talking about. We have another chat group for our Rise event people, right? That went to Rise. And so we do check-ins with each other, see how we're doing, all that, yada, 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 make sure everyone's on track. And one of the things that's really, really big, and this is what I was talking to Jeff about, is find stuff that makes you happy and brings you joy to your life and really uplifts you. The stuff in this business, say if you're a business person, if you're not, then the stuff in your life that you can outsource as you go along, outsource it. Definitely 100%. I can't stress how important that is. Like, for instance, Patricia's not on here, but I'm sure she watches replay. And if you don't like doing your taxes and you don't like doing your bookkeeping like moi, then hire somebody to do that stuff once a month for you. Have them come in, keep it organized, whatever the case might be. Really start thinking now about what it is in your life that makes you happy, brings you joy, keeps you uplifted, you're excited about, even if you're a little bit afraid about, like Caitlin told me. If you have fear in you about something, that is like a dead tail sign that you need to do it. So yeah, it really helps when you start thinking that, because as soon as you're adding more joy and happiness in your life, guess what? Just like Thomas was talking about, it just manifests, and it's just law of attraction, and you just literally align yourself for a smooth road. So that's it. I'll shut up.
No, we appreciate it every time that you come out and speak, baby. So don't ever think that you ever have to be quick or this, that, and the other. You got a message, bring it out, because when it starts coming and starts flowing, you don't know where the words are truly coming from sometimes, but enjoy the words that are flowing through you. Go ahead, Brother Ryan.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, today it's once again from The Voice of Knowledge by Don Miguel, and he's touching on actually the book he wrote with 4 Agreements, and this reading is about being impeccable with the word. The word is a force that you cannot see, but you can see the manifestation of the force, the expression of the word, which is your own life. The way to measure how you use the word is by your emotional reaction. How do you know when you are using the word impeccably? Well, you are happy. You feel good about yourself. You feel love. How do you know when you're using the word against yourself? Well, you are suffering with envy, with anger, and with sadness. Suffering of all kinds is the result of misusing the word. It is the result of believing in the knowledge contaminated with lies. If you clean up the word, you recover the impeccability of your word, and you never betray yourself. If you agree to be impeccable with your word, this is enough for you to return to the paradise that humans lost. It is enough to bring you back to the truth and transform, and to transform your whole story. Be impeccable with your word. It's very simple. Much love, fam.
Much love. Power. Power within those words. Power within the books that he brings out. Make sure you throw it over in the chat section there for the everybody, Ryan? That way they know what book that came out of. Guys, we talk about books all the time. So we talk about increasing our knowledge in some shape, form, or fashion every day. So what books are you diving into? What are you doing to shift your energies and your thought processes? That's all we're asking you to do, is change something within you that you want different within your life. Quit saying you want it and get out there and make action for things to happen. Put yourself in that different vibration, in that different realm of happiness, and then you will see things flow. But if you sit there and dwell on the lack of not having something, then you will keep receiving that same kind of vibration. So even though you may only have 1 penny in the bank account, if you think happy thoughts, things can come to you, knowing that you're already full of abundance. Because I was on a phone call the other day, and the guy say, I don't have any money in my bank account. I said, you're talking to me on a cell phone. What kind is it? Oh, it was one of the brand new ones. I said, that cost you a little bit. Do you have a house? Yeah. Do you have clothes on your back? Yeah. Do you have food on your table? Yeah. Then you're abundant. Abundant in more shapes and fashions than many people ever thought they could be, and begging to be in your same position to have just what you had. Now, if you already have that and you're paying for that, then you can have more within your life. Because some shape, form, or fashion, you're getting that money to be able to pay for that. So if you want something different within you, then what do you need to do to shift your life? And that's all we're offering here today, guys, is putting a different thought process to what you're doing and how you have been doing it and what hasn't been working all these years. We've found what works now. And none of us was ready to receive. Patrick said it a minute ago. I wish I had this at 15. Me too. But guess what? I knew I wasn't ready for it at 15 because I had a total different mindset then. I would have never really truly appreciated what was given to me. Now that I understand the appreciation of the things that are laid in front of me, and to be able to do the things that I do on a day-to-day basis, my mindset was in a total different realm. So just know, when you're ready, it'll happen. All right. We're going to open this up one more time to the floor. Then Miss Shannon will come out, and then she does an affirmation for us to wrap up the morning.
I have something to say.
Go ahead.
I just want to say that I am thankful for all of you guys. I'm going to get emotional. I had a little bit of stress yesterday. My 19-year-old, she just started talking to me like I would never talk to my mom. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Guys, it's the things we go through, and there's situations that grab us and bring us to the emotional state like that, because it's something that she hasn't put out to her kids like that, and to have one come back to have that bad of emotions come back home from work, it's got to touch her in the heart tremendously, and you can see that. So we're going to skip the affirmations this morning, guys. We're going to let everybody go and have an awesome, beautiful day, knowing the energies that you have created within your life. Keep going with them. Keep bringing yourself in the correct direction where you want to go. It's been a beautiful morning, guys. A lot of good energy, a lot of good words, a lot of good stories that have come out for y'all to be able to take and know that you're not alone within y'all's journeys, guys. We're all here to work.
I have something to say.
Go ahead, baby.
Shannon, hit me up if you want to chat. My phone's open. I think that goes for a lot of us here. If you don't feel comfortable telling me what's up, just know that for sure. The other thing is sometimes, I don't know, words are like knives. I know that, over the last year or so, I've really learned to become a duck and let things kind of roll off me. And one thing I find that is the biggest practice, guys, if you are, dealing with things that are hurtful, take those cords, like Jang told me, people plug into you, take those cords and unplug them, just swipe the air, swipe away all that negative energy, and zip yourself up so you keep yourself protected and your heart protected, straight from your stomach all the way to the top of your head. Zip up on your back all the way over your head, and protect your energy. And just know that words are words, but you rock, girl.
Yes, very much so. Thank you for that, Jen. Yes, guys, anybody that's catching this on the recordings, anybody that's catching this this morning, just know our phones are open. Our messengers are open. Contact us. And then that way we can talk to you about different things that you may be going through that we can assist you and guide you with. That's why we do life coaching, is so we can help and assist other people into a new direction of life. This is what we do for a living. This is what we do to help and assist each other to rise each other up. Guys, y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. Love and appreciate you all.